When we talk about reducing toxins in our life, very often it's like buy this, buy that. Initially, this video was a short one with 5 things you can do to reduce toxins in your home. But the more I think about it, the more I realize, hey, there are more things. And then now I'm sharing with you 10 things you can do to reduce toxins in your home without spending more money. I don't know if you do it already, but in Asia and here in Switzerland, it's common that people take off their shoes before they get in the house. But I think in America or in England, it's different. Walking outside, your shoes collect lots of toxins, bacteria, and stuff like that. And if you wear it all over the house, then it's all over the house and your body has to deal with them. And fragrance is not very well regulated. And they are endocrine disruptors. They mess with your hormones, and they are cancer-causing carcinogenic. How do you say that word? Carcinogenic. Traditional wax candles are made from petroleum byproduct paraffin. So when you burn them, in addition to the fragrance, it's like suffocating yourself with toxins. So an easy way to freshen up your home is to open up the windows, and if you really miss that type of fragrance in the house, high quality essential oil would do the trick. And if you're in the toilet and you think, oh, it's stinky, I have a tip. You just light a matchstick and poof, there you go. No more stink. Oh, by the way, did you know, I just found out that in those labs where they deal with eggs and sperm for IVF, you're not allowed to wear perfume in there because these toxins will, well, mess with the embryo. So it's very, very toxic. They have it everywhere, in your shampoo, in your lotion, whatever. So whenever possible, go fragrance free. Hand sanitizers and antibacterial soap. They reduce your immunity because they kill off not just the bad bacteria but also the good bacteria, and they contain harmful chemicals. In the end, washing your hands with soap and water is the most effective and the best. But if you really have to depend on hand sanitizers, then you can always choose more natural ones, or you can make your own easily with aloe vera gel, vitamin E oil, some essential oils, and some rubbing alcohol. A simple replacement would be just pure castile soap, fragrance free. Or if you're interested for me to show you how I make my hand soap and cleaning products, please let me know in the comments. Maybe I can make a video on that. Which brings us to the next one, which is household cleaning products. I used to get massive headaches from cleaning the toilet, especially even from brands that call themselves eco, because they have fragrances in them, and it's just so unbearable, the chemicals in these cleaning products. Now I use my own cleaning products. I used to think that it's so complicated to make cleaning products, but it's not. You just use washing soda most of the time. For me, I kind of like the feeling of freshness in the air after I work so hard to clean. So I like to add some peppermint or lemon essential oil while I scrub. So if you use bleach at home, it's also very toxic, and a good alternative is hydrogen peroxide. Studies have shown that if you mix water 50-50 with hydrogen peroxide and then you spray a surface followed by vinegar, it's actually more effective than bleach. Also, using something so natural makes me less afraid to spray it on surfaces where we might get our mouth into, like toothbrushes and stuff. I don't have to remove everything to spray. Also in the kitchen, it makes life easier. I understand that hydrogen peroxide is also used in dentistry, so you can actually put it in your mouth and it's not dangerous. Nail polish. I used to use it a lot for work, but at that time there are not much alternatives yet. But nowadays there are many alternatives which are less toxic. Like I know one called Piggy Paint. That's for kids, and they have an adult version. I don't remember. These days I just prefer my nails the way they are, but my little girl really likes her nails painted, so I recently got her this one called Sun Coat Girl. So they have cute colors and it's toxic free, so it's much better. Try not to use plastic when food is hot, and never ever ever microwave your food in plastic. Come to think of it, remove the microwave entirely, get rid of it, because it's also very high in radiation, which is a toxin to our body. The high heat can leach plastic into our food. The alternative is just to heat it over the stove top. The next item is canned food. This aluminum inside, they have a lining of BPA usually. So as much as possible, reduce canned foods, especially also beans. It's better that we soak them before cooking or sprout them to make their nutrients more bioavailable for us, for our body to absorb better. Talking about food, whenever you can, remove processed food from your home, and if you can't, keep the ingredients list short as possible, and make sure you can read make sure you can understand the ingredients. If it doesn't sound like food, it probably isn't food. You know, everyone is on a different journey in terms of reducing toxins. If this all sounds so overwhelming for you, the one thing you can start doing when you buy processed food, I hope you can try to reduce buying processed food. But if you do, please make sure to avoid food coloring, especially artificial food coloring and flavoring. And even when it comes to natural flavoring, that's what they call it, but it's not regulated. You can put all kinds of stuff in there. As long as there's one natural flavoring, you can call it natural flavoring, even if it has like 14 other non-natural flavoring. So yeah, that's something to avoid. And also canola oil, sunflower oil in your processed foods. Please excuse me if it's more than 10 ways to reduce toxins in your home, because when I start talking about these things, I kind of lose track and I don't know which number I am now. But I think it's number 9 according to my notes, if I didn't talk too much about other things. So number 9 is popping pills. Stop popping pills. I mean, it's not common for me, but I've seen friends who just pop pills when they have a headache or whatever that is aching them. Pop a pill. Very often when you have a headache, your body is trying to tell you something, or whatever ache. So for me, usually it's that I forgot to drink water. And then when I feel dehydrated, I get a headache. So usually just rehydrating my body and getting a nap in will remove the headache completely. So when you're aching somewhere, your body is communicating with you. Try not to mask it with pills just to temporarily remove the pain, because it's still there. It needs to be fixed, or if you keep covering it up, something worse will come out of it. So whenever you can, listen to your body and respond accordingly. Because if you have a headache, you pop a pill, you continue working, and one day you get sick and you need at least a week off or 3 days off. So in the end, it's not worthwhile with the suffering involved. This is a bit ironic because I'm making videos that you are watching probably on your phone or on your computer, but reduce EMF exposure, electromagnetic fields, which is from your Wi-Fi, your phone. They are also toxins to our body.